Hello, Talkin fight fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again for another episode featuring, not today, Christian from the Friday night panel, just me from the Friday night panel. Christian's away, but will be rejoining us again on Monday. And he asked me to bring forward a couple of items. One, this morning we had Scarlett Delgado interviewing Christy Harris from Australia on her show, The Female Fist. And it kind of made me wonder if the Australians had announced their Olympic boxing team, and in fact, they have. Let me announce it to you. The Australian Olympic Committee has announced the selection of the 6 boxers to represent Australia at the Tokyo Olympics, with all set to make their Olympic debut. Sky Nicholson and Caitlin Parker will contest the women's feather and middleweight classes respectively, while Paulo Acuso, Harry Garside, Justice Hooney, and Alex Winwood will contest the men's light heavyweight, lightweight, super heavyweight, and flyweight divisions. Well, good news for the Australians, and I believe they had all their qualifiers done at the Oceania competition before COVID broke out in February of last year, I believe. Now, Christian had mentioned yesterday the Asian Elite Boxing Championships that are starting on May 24th. So I thought I'd do a bit of digging and see if I could find out who exactly is competing. And boy, did I get a lengthy list. I didn't realize this particular championship had been started way back in 1963. And in 1994, after the breakup of the Soviet Union, was then added to with a number of Central Asian countries that Christian had mentioned yesterday. So among the countries competing, including, as you might expect, India and the Philippines, we also have contending nations competing for 10 medals in the women's category and 10 medals in the men's category as well. The Uzbeks. Strong team, biggest team, surprisingly, maybe not. But they have medalists who have competed in previous events. Who are they bringing to this championship? And a bunch of young women as well. So if you ask me if they're going to look to claim more gold at this particular competition, I think they'll put forward a very strong team at the Olympics. Their main competitor, by the way, is Kazakhstan, and the Kazakhs are competing heavily in a variety of different tournaments, including the 2019 AIBA World Boxing Championships, where they fielded 6 medalists. So they are bringing a strong team to the Elite Championships over in Asia, which are being held in United Arab Emirates in Dubai, starting on May 24th. I think I said that already. Yeah. India still intends to send its team led by Mary Kom. And, as we all know, she's a 5-time women's champion and a strong contender. But among their male boxers are sending along Amit Paghil, Shiva Thapa, and Vikash Kishan Yadav, all previous medalists in World Boxing Championships held by the AIBA. But interestingly enough, among the countries who believe they also have contenders are Mongolia. And the Philippines are pretty proud of their amateurs. They're sending along too. In fact, they specifically mention their team comprises a defending champion, Yosi Gabuka, who claimed the gold medal at 2012 AIBA Women's World Boxing Championships. But they're also sending their top male boxer, Umir Marshall, who was silver medalist at Yekaterinburg 2019 AIBA World Boxing Championships, and has 10 years of international experience. So the Philippines are looking to take some medals at this particular championship, certainly as a prep towards the Olympics. Kazakhstan has, in Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, these countries are all sending some serious contending potential medalists to this championship. I didn't realize that how incredibly competitive this particular competition would be. Back in 2019, 14 nations competed in a 7-day long event. But this year, there's 23 countries. Let me list them off. Apologies for the pronunciation of some. Afghanistan, Bahrain, India, Indonesia, Iran, Iraq, Jordan, Kazakhstan, South Korea, Kuwait, Kyrgyzstan, Laos, Mongolia, Nepal, Pakistan, Philippines, Qatar, Sri Lanka, Syria, Tajikistan, UAE, Uzbekistan, and Yemen. So quite a few nations participating in the Asian Elite Boxing Championships, which begin next week, May 24th to be exact. And we are looking forward to that as well. We'll be reporting on the events as they occur and determine ultimately the medalists. Again, that's under the EIBA umbrella, and I've got to say these guys are turning things around from what once was to what is now. And as we lead up to the Olympics, to provide the best of the best at Tokyo this July. And that is pretty well all I've got for you today, and I thank you for joining me. We'll see you again on Monday, but don't forget this afternoon, our time, we have Knuckle Up at 4 o'clock. Neil the Deal joins me at 6:30, and then at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we've got the Friday night panel at the moment, comprising Mike Orr and myself. So if you're out there and you're listening and you want to join us, shoot me a note, contact me, let me know you're interested. Otherwise, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And we'll see you at 4. And I'm told you can contact us at web@talkinfight.com.